So then I gotta complete all of the arts, and I need to add them to the card templates. I want to work on this more. I haven't done art for a very long time. I need to continue expanding my art abilities. I think that's very important to do. Um, Hopefully, I can work on this in between other things. Um, so just like in between working on other things for the game and in between things I'm doing this summer, kind of like playtesting. I'm still waiting on a few artists to make art for my game. If you haven't turned in your art yet and I asked you to make art, please try to do that sometime soon. The sooner you do, the sooner I can release the game. Um, Soon I might start a second round of this. If you haven't made art for my game, or if you already have and you want to make more, I might allow you to do that. We'll see. Uh, but you can DM me if you have interest in this. Um, the final template edits and the card back and box design. The the final template, um, I think that might depend some on the lore. But even more, the card back will depend on the lore and more importantly on the name for the card back. I'm not sure if I want to put the name on the card back, um, like in Pokemon, or if I want to have just a symbol like in Lorcana. I'm not sure how I want to do that yet, but that's something I'll need to decide. And I might also want to use a similar design to Mio Mashup's box designs. If you've ever seen a Mio Mashup tuck box, it's like in the inside it has the rules and how to play, so you don't even need to like look up anything. It's just there, and it's a very good reference as well when playing the game. So I'm not sure if I'll do something like that yet or not. Then I'll need to print out a full deck of cards in a fast way. I'm not sure if I'll have time to print them through the Game Crafter. If possible, I would want to print them through the Game Crafter. That way I have just like a basic um, idea of how the cards will turn out, and I'll be able to make sure that everything's good with them before I release it to the public. But I might not have time for that, and if I don't have time for that, that means that um, I'll just have to print them at a local place probably. But I want to do it on some nice paper, and I'll put them in some playtest, or I'll put them in some card sleeves. The reason for that is I'll need to make a final trailer for my game, one that is really well edited and that explains the basics of everything you need to know. That's a summary of the game, um, and its lore as well. And I will likely, very most likely, need someone to make music for this trailer. If you have any music capabilities at all, I don't really care what kind of music you can make. If you have any music making capabilities and you would have interest in doing this, I wouldn't be paying you, but if you have interest in doing this for free, for the trailer, I would really appreciate if you DM me. I think it would be awesome to have some music that's kind of tailored for the game if we can try to do that. Um, of course, you can take some artistic liberties for this as well. So yeah, DM me if you have interest in this. Then, here we go, the release of the game on the Game Crafter. And I want to do this before summer ends, or maybe when I'm going back to school. We'll see. But yeah, so the price of the deck will be $10. And at the moment, the deck will have 54 cards, which will feature 15 Mayhem cards, which are like characters, 15 ability cards, which are like spells or quick actions that happen in the moment, 10 upgrade cards, which are like buffs or effects that help you for the rest of the game once you play them, 5 weapon cards, which attack and get rid of your opponent's 15 Mayhem cards. Then the other 9 cards, because this adds up to 45, that's not 54. The other 9 cards will probably include cards with rules on them or scorekeeping cards. Basically, every time you play Mayhem cards, you get points in the game, and I want to have a score tracker, which I might be able to do on cards, because that's already how I'm doing it at home with my playtest deck. So we'll see if I do it that way or not. I might also make some cards that recognize people that have helped on the game, just like as a thank you to have their names on a card. Might be kind of cool to do. My goal is to have 250 subscribers by this time. I'm not sure if that will be possible or not by the end of summer. But if I keep up work and I keep trying to make as many YouTube videos as I can while still working on my game as much as I can, we will see how many subs I can get by then. Uh, Speaking of, and I don't ask this much, but if there's people that you think would enjoy my content or would learn something from it, please consider telling them about the channel and seeing if they'll subscribe. I would really appreciate that. Um, I really appreciate your guys' support. Anyway, moving on, a few decisions I still need to make. How many decks will be in set one? Originally, I was thinking there would be two. The reason for that being, at home, I have two decks to play test. They both have the same abilities, they both play the same way. The only difference is they have different characters, but that doesn't actually change how they play at all. And that doesn't make sense, in my opinion, to have two decks in set one that have um, just different characters, but they play the same way. Because I don't know why people would buy that. People are probably going to want to buy the sets to play the game. Some people might just buy it to collect the cards, but if you're going to collect the cards, the only thing that's like really worth collecting is the characters probably because they're gonna be different in each set. So what I'm probably gonna do is I'll just have one set with one archetype. The archetype that's already planned is the flame archetype, and I really like how the flame archetype plays. It's very fun to play. The other thing I was thinking about is should I playtest another archetype and have two archetypes in set one? That way I could have like flame versus water. I'm not sure if I want to do that or not. At this point, probably not, because I don't know if I'll have enough time for that. So what will probably happen is you'll get one deck in set one. It'll have a flame archetype, and if you, at that point, if you want to play with somebody else, the only way to play will be buying another flame archetype deck and playing against someone else, which I think actually playing the same archetype against the same archetype will still be a very fun experience. That's my goal. Just like playing the same archetype against a different archetype would be fun as well. So yeah, those are some things I need to decide, and I'm also trying to make this a more community-based game. In the future for set 2, I really want more of your input on character ideas. Most likely this means I will be having an event where you can make the art for a character that you have created and you can send it to me. You'll be able to make as many submissions as you want. The only like criteria is that it's the right size for the cards. That's probably going to be the hardest thing to get people to do. But a lot of your submissions will make it in my game as characters. So I think that could be really fun to do. I really want to make this a community-driven game in a way. So yeah. Um, so that's it for my roadmap. You'll notice I didn't really put dates on any of this stuff. I just kind of I don't know. I'm just going to try and work down the list as I can. And if I realize that it seems like I won't be able to do this by the end of summer, I'll either have to decide, okay, I might have to push back the date a bit, or I'll have to cut out some of the things on the list that aren't as necessary, like, for example, the lore video. I think the lore design is important, but maybe not the video. So, stuff like that. You will notice I probably won't post as much as I want to because I'm going to be working hard on my game while I can. So thanks so much for watching. I'm Palsha Randomness, and I will see you in the next video. I hope this helps you learn about my game. So yeah.